and members of the subcommittee. Thank you for inviting me to testify on this important topic. My name is Ural. I'm a Senior Vice President at Flatiron Construction and a Vice President of Highway and Transportation Division at AGC, Associate General Contractors of California. With nearly 900 members specializing in all facets of construction, at AGC of California, we believe the construction industry is vital to the success of California. We're passionate about shaping policy, improving our state's infrastructure, and developing our workforce. My firm, Flatiron Construction, is a national infrastructure contractor founded in Colorado in 1947, and we've been operating in California since 1989. With more than 3,500 craft and professional employees, 1,100 of those are in California, we work for public and private clients to deliver essential infrastructure. Our yearly revenues exceed $2.5 billion, and more than $1 billion is generated in California. We have worked with passenger and freight rail operators throughout our history, with notable projects such as the 68-mile segment of California High-Speed Rail, Redlands Passenger Rail Project in San Bernardino County, North Coast Corridor Program in San Diego that serves joint Amtrak and BNSF lines, intermodal facility improvements, rail operation and safety improvements such as grade separations and double tracking on passenger and freight rail lines across California and several other states. As a contractor that self-performs majority of our work with our own craft workforce, and with rail and transit construction being a major part of our business, maintaining investments in infrastructure spending is very important to us. A more environmentally friendly nation starts with our state and federal agency partners' ability to build while maintaining jobs, ensuring stable material pricing, meeting effective transportation needs, and securing the funding required to build the projects our communities need. The construction industry not only creates jobs, but also drives economic growth by developing the infrastructure necessary for a sustainable future. While AGC of California supports the goal of a more environmentally friendly state, the California Air Resource Board in-use locomotive regulation, if granted, will have significant adverse effects on infrastructure development, construction supply chain, and job creation. One reason for this adverse effect is available funding. The proposed spending account and useful life requirement within CARB's in-use locomotive regulation presents significant financial and operational challenges for our agency partners and operators. These requirements are designed to accelerate the transition to zero-emission locomotives by mandating substantial financial contributions from operators into a spending account and limiting the operational life of existing locomotives. While we support the intent to reduce emissions, these measures impose undue burdens on our transportation agencies and, by extension, the communities they serve. We are concerned that this regulation will have unintended consequences and jeopardize planned infrastructure projects and construction jobs. Another aspect of this regulation is the potential impacts on construction costs. Costs of construction have gone up, including cost of construction materials, construction labor, and transportation of materials. Since February 2020, the average cost of construction materials has increased by 39%, a rate that is nearly twice as high as the rate of consumer inflation, with notable increases of over 60% or more in diesel and milled steel products. The CARB in-use locomotive regulation would further increase these costs and the cost to rebuild the nation's infrastructure, further diminishing what can be built with available funding. Majority of AGC of California members rely on sustained infrastructure funding to keep and develop our workforce and sustain our businesses. Given the already strained funding in infrastructure due to supply chain and inflationary pressures, resulting in the recent downscaling of projects due to lack of funding, CARB's in-use locomotive regulation will result in further impacts to our industry. Thank you for allowing me to testify today, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Mr. Yall.